Eti for ni adofo me mama kwa ba eba daily update TV eso. Send any daily kind of channel so make sure so we tap and subscribe button no so e dey on. Na fin so tap on the notification bell. Send e be ya on so bit maka all the new update. E dey to channel so mo huni ko so Ghana politics. Be san so should be say. Bra ko so few videos so be like na wa share there. Na so wa din twi be edit video ho. All the comment section e beje ya kan e ho enso so e dey am. Sa me am no de ka say the yen nim say ye declare yen former finance minister Ken Ufuriata as a fugitive person and as a wanted person, wanted by the OSP. Say Ombra, na subo and nine and I say no my idea bon. Or me answer for it. And so what the yarea I disguise acquisition yarea chi. A journey if you remind him, knowing passer were you guilty of the things I idea bono. Inti also a yare, inti until say Bokakosan hoya Unyama or mine. There no anaye lawyer Zeta Benson H. say, no for you take cano cry a grouping a woody. CCA on there or catch OSP say, Yen Sabetimia aye of Riata CCA, said the sicker botany be a 23 swa. NPP for now cry a beginner because when him say or morning baby or shake. Ona already no cry there are some NPP pupua or morning new for Riata, the Juma obedima or my Ghana, cause we put Ghana for into hardship or more crop for crowd put you into hardship. Okasad na onti inti Yamfasika abutin be and two for Riata Triso. A man crop woman baby ocean, upper bontin say special NPP for no money baby ocean, upper bontin. Abe yini location ediama aye OSPCC amaya kwako fano baby will be on aba answer the question says so answer necessary na sa ebe yan bema e put Ghana on the platform say any new president or fighting for corruption ediama online ti yan say me de nkuti mf aye lawyer Zeta Benson ene Mogabia omocha the amount of money aye fanto aye Ken Ofori so enu bema yetimi hu baby Ofori CC na yakofa na bet na online na wetimi answer for a new man away yen yinkuti send your music answer in some so.
Now I share another thing Ken Ofori ye the closing down of banks. Who Ken Ofori who buy Ghanaian banks. Ken Ofori shut down all Ghanaian banks and they car onunkwani their data bank. That is how wicked Ken Ofori is. And no Nigerian banks, foreign banks, no local banks, no, because they are in bed with the Nigerians. Because so sure, Bedio too is married to a Nigerian. Inti, maybe to say Frontier, airport for COVID, no Frontier company, no. They were a Nigerian company, so they were in bed with the Nigerians and they were doing business with the Nigerians, and so they shut down Ghanaian local banks. Including Sedu Agongo's bank. Wow, me banamitie no can very very sad story. Young man, I decided so he's going to leave a legacy. He's going to, build a bank that onuko oniwa. His name will be on it. Say ono no founder of this bank. Na mo shenyamie nim. Papa ye she. Na mo agini license. Mu de na kojina court. Apanation no very well. I show ni pepe. Udi edru so a yes, because you are no Ofori, you are too good to be prosecuted. Who the hell do you think you are? Who the unsaka abansika abansa bekao? There's nobody above the law. Nobody is above the law. And see okata weni na wudi sika. When a new government comes, they would make sure say you are brought to book. And I believe that is why they wanted Baumia to continue. They didn't want the NDC to come to power because they know say when NDC comes to power now, all this rot will be exposed, and that's what we are seeing. Can you imagine say NDC and power now Baumia to aswa? Do you think the rot that has been uncovered by the oral team and by Attorney General's office and by the special point? Look, when NPP was in power, Nanado was in power, the special prosecutor was like a friend say a poodle. He couldn't bite, he couldn't back. Papa ni Juma ufa Cecilia Dapa case no. Even before the special prosecutor started investigating Cecilia Dapa's case no, Nanado abe issue statement say, "Oh Cecilia, Mami Cici, don't worry. I shall vindicate." A friend is saying, "I shall then vindicate you another. I will clear you." Mami can is simple.
Hello dear.
Hello dear. I will clear you. Don't worry. Emma, special prosecutor omo chichiri ni sa egu nechi I love letters Akroma mami sisi what you say when NPP was in power, the special prosecutor was toothless. He was a toothless bulldog. He was just like there walking around, powerless. But now that they are out of power, he knows that this new government is willing to fight corruption, fight stealing, and bring people to book. It's what we say when a new form of fresh breath of life in him. Now he has some.
When say America say now
me for us because somebody $10,000 and $100,000 classes. I don't know one can call for no come and show us where he is. I'm over this kind of.
So Attorney General special prosecutor
special prosecutor was like a toothless bulldog under NPP because honorable Ken area se wa ho area se sisa Mugabe area say wote area say I was say wo ye papa I was say wo ye ni papa na uja good legacy. Bible says that what shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul. And ubi na ato Ken Ofori no Ken Ofori by omo taote no as a Yale graduate. So we say later cry be who no Achimota school transcript and not just a 9 in chains, but somehow no he managed to get to Yale. Only God knows how he found his way there. And the results of the 9 in chains we saw from Achimota school was what we saw when he became the finance minister. You also saw how badly he handled the economy. And see, Ken Ofori say oyari na we took wine. Special prosecutor also say Osheno, wanted man, dead or alive. He's wanted to come and answer questions on about 4 projects that he has his fingers in. And I don't see why, say if Ken Ofori is innocent, why he should running away from the special prosecutor. The answers that the special prosecutor is looking for is with Ken Ofori. You see, Mugabe, at a point when Ken Ofori was seriously ill, he left his position and went to the US, I think for a liver transplant or something. We all saw him. He had swollen face and everything. Nyamincha ade otumi koje treatment in no bar back alive. But even at that point, Ken Ofori did not run away, even at the point where he was seriously ill and needed a new liver. Ken Ofori was still in the country and held on to his position as a finance minister. Yaria worse, saying liver transplant no occur through. On to mean back to Ghana. I mean Ghana prosecutor I believe that he's not going to keep him here forever. He needs him for investigation. And see what better say, Abia 2 days now your interview. You give your answer. Now you can go back for your whatever treatment. Whatever treatment. And then there's Assembly maker say he needs to come and answer. He has his reputation on the line. And his people are saying that Bakubi Amiti your friend is an Anabina, son of fat guy or say here special prosecutor or no for plane enko landing now uncle interview your friend is saying Ken Ofori was landing, and I find that very ridiculous. Somebody who has been accused of stealing money, engaged in corruption, share $58 million now Ken Ofori the share as I say National Cathedral ni muno waho $58 million anka etumi si 38 million po to see hospital Emma, like even a specialist hospital for Ken Ofori to be getting his treatment from Ghana instead of going to US or to the UK to go and get treatment now that he is sick. As finance minister, how many clinics or hospitals did Ken Ofori build? But today that Ken Ofori is sick, Ken Ofori is abroad in the US or the UK, wherever he's hiding in his rat hole, getting medical treatment. How about you and I? Mugabe, would you have money to go to the US to go and get treatment? I don't think so. And teacher said, Ken Ofori ebugana for kwasia. Wasai sikano, eno onu yare no, sika na we wia no odi bi akọ na odi kwa kosa no ho yare. So these are the kind of leaders that we had under Nanado. People are saying say yegu Kenoforiata enimasi by declaring him, in fact yegu Ghana enimasi by declaring him wanted. Who the one na wegu Ghana enimasi? It happened in Nigeria. There was a finance, I think it was a female energy minister. Or no, so Uvėȧក់. She was hiding in London. Omo by Emma ni bestandi trial. Say say in China, when you engage in corruption in China, the sentence is death. And to say Kenoforiata are engaging in corruption and stealing. Let us see how does that affect? In fact, it raises Ghana's corruption index. Say Ghana, the government of Ghana is actually fighting corruption. And see, Ghana hasn't disgraced anybody, or the country hasn't been disgraced because Ofori, special prosecutor. Who is he? What Victor Solomon ended up in prison. He was not a finance minister, Victor Solomon. He was sick. Deputy finance. They locked Victor Solomon up in Sawam, even though he had a heart problem. The man ended up dying.
Yes.
The man died.
What they did.
How different is Kenoforiata from Victor Solomon? Anani Dino is different. Indeed, Onoya Chimney, he has repeated special, and Victor Solomon is from where? Into Onodie, he doesn't deserve any better treatment. Kenoforiata, you are wanted. You have to calm down. And you asked about the process by which he should be brought down. I mean, the Attorney General must file the processes. Has to start there. Now that he has been declared wanted, Interpol must come in. They have to file red alert and give it to the various. Say, I will say Attorney General, file processes. No, you can't just go and bring him down. And see, Interpol, they'll have to bring in Interpol.
Baby omode na ni kala ni bia ntinu se wonam land na bia wo hia no Dawson market ana say East Street market wo hia no Tottenham na Camberwell Green ana wo hia no Lewisham na Manchester na ho no Liverpool Coventry Bristol baby abehu ne bia America for nso na Washington DC o say Massachusetts o say Boston ana say mo New York Bronx and the pattern no mo ko see o mo no mo tape New Jersey won ti ono ya na matcha check sa area si nyina ahwe ti mo Kenoforiata wo de hwe nanim yi na mo ma ne mo no apa ni ti no ya na wo de ne otade ne nsa eso na baju se yi pa nti sisi no si ya no was special prosecutor no na juma.
Yeah. And see, what he has to do is that he has to let the Attorney General file the processes with Interpol. Now Interpol the Bema all borders. Now they are almost when the receiving country gets the information, then they would then give it to local police, because local police can't in the country that
America you crew. Check ambassador.
Local police will be the enforcers. And see, I mean, once they get the international alert, it will be on all borders. Or crossing border, there will be needing bemu anani pop paper anani biometric pop na needing pop up pe. There will be a red alert. And I know they want to mean pa border bia ho. But then if you want to enforce it now, the government must give it to. When you give it to the government, let's assume he's hiding in the US. So they give it to the US. They give it to the US government, and then the US government, whoever is in charge, they have to give it to find where he is. So once they find where he is, then they'll send local police. They'll give the local.
Easy to get to know that.
Oh yes, it's easy because I'm sure you must have entered an address at which he is going to stay. And see, I mean, well, the US is big, but they can still find him if they want to find him. So then the local police would go and get him and then bring him back to Ghana.
To say now we are feeling family, everyone.
Feeling it. Yes, they are feeling the heat. Power no more enjoying now more feel heat.
Power expiring date.
Power expiring date. That's why you have to treat people nicely. That's why when people are telling you, say, we are hungry, things are not going well, you listen to them. Look, people died. People died under Ken Oforiata's. There's blood on Ken Oforiata's hands. When you take the bondholders, pensioners, omode, your friend is saying, omode omusika akoshe investment mu. Now Ken Oforiatta, you are determining say me first can mom me first can when it matures. I'm not going to give it to you now, but I'm going to give you in the year Venice or say in 2037. Some of these people have died. They didn't get their money. Some of them even needed the money to buy medication. Mugabe, they needed the money. A whole former Chief Justice, Sophia Akufu, had to go and sit down there in the sun, protesting, asking for her money, begging for her own money, because then she bought bonds with her money. Because she had faith in the Ghana government. Say, when I invest my money in Ghana government, I am going to get my money when I need it. Ken Oforiatta say on Tibida or mamu haircut. Musika mupeno. The people who died, the bondholders who died, omu blood. Ewo Ken Oforiatta answer. Ken Oforiatta is not innocent. The MP, in fact, you know the funny thing. There are some NPP people who are even happy that he's a wanted man right now. I've seen a few posts. Almost say onunkwa na di ye. Nti onunkwa na di ye dia onunkwa enye he should face the music. What you say? So even the grassroots of NPP, they felt the hardship under Ken Oforiatta's rule as foreign minister. Finance minister. And they are not willing to even support Ken Oforiatta for what he did. And they even blame him, say, because of his harsh policies, financial policies. That is why NPP is now in opposition. So they are not even willing. The NPP is not even willing to support him. Ken Oforiatta, you are on your own. You better come and answer the questions. And yes, the embarrassment is just, it may be too much for you. Because some people can't handle embarrassment like that.
Atiefo nti se utie nkomobone ya obehu se Oforiatta ono ohun Ghana fo se omunye nipa omunim nyansa ono nenim nyansa ana obeba be wi Ghana fo sika na odi akwa no ho ewo US ho na hospital nso esisi Ghana ha wase abunagu cause ohun se Ghana fo no ye gimi anu nti no otimi abefa isika sa to the extent se otimi mpo de kwahwe no ho yare na Ghana fo na ebi mpo ni passport no mpo mo yare a hospital na wa ha no mpo a wo buagu no munya baby kura nkwahwe omo ho yare ochirima ye declare Ken Oforiatta wanted no de papa emo man no na nya de bonnet se de NPP fo no ebi ka no say egu o man no ho fin as a matter of fact ebema o man no the fight for corruption no yaka se ye munya o man pani bi obetina Ghana akonya so na ni abre se obe fight corruption pa na be raise yenso so in the world sanso so na Mugabe ene Miss Victor lawyer Benson enso so ka se Ken Oforiatta dwane a wodwane no o yare liver transplant korampo we enwane adenti na wo yare enye sisi a wo de yare akoshela yare achi se an wo yare nti unyambai se pese yenhu Ken Oforiatta sisi adia ene yemfa $10,000 anase $100,000 entu ne tesu se nipa ubehu Ken Oforiatta sisi a na the first person to get to know where Oforiatta is no sesi kan ye de be man nkrofo ani abra mo makwahwehwe na yi na bra OSP sisi a na se ye ka sisi a mpa NPP fo na you know say these people no they are always greedy. Ombekwa check the location of where Ken Oforiatta is because omo ni nye no ho Ken Oforiatta do ma go through hardship said what Ghana for ni be go through hardship na and almost one carry the own cross into munim baby Ken Oforiatta she to this about $100,000 to Ken Oforiatta sisi onni pebi onni baby o she bia sisi a amfa ne location ema OSP sisi a ma yonko fana eya dia MPP for na be yina ma the location na ma no ma jiska no inti OSP ani woni mu ya enfa sika $100,000 US dollars ento Ken Oforiatta etiriso se na be yensa be kaka ne sisi a ama ancestors what them OSP no ni so boy dia bono a wo ye guilty wo no so obetimi abe ansafo na sika dodo na wo wi na ebetimi agise sika na nyina afiri ho na se punishment bia wo so ye dia man because of fata se ultimate 57 million ekutu amana keke na hospital is wo mabuogu mo esi bi nso anti ho sika bebre na this man Ken Oforiatta ho inti see this $100,000 US dollars no etu ne tesua obi bia wo ne baby aken Ofori ata hye bia ebi obi ahia ska mama eye Ghana fo nyina ebotom aye dry to be bia wo ne baby aken Ofori ata hye bia obi ken Ofori ata amasisia ama yensa kan ama Ghana fo property na sisike bia kodi no bia yensa ebetimi aka ama Ghana so etimi enya ne ye pese de se sika na bofa na so be ama na boa Ghana fo no so etifo bi se so nya subscribe ya message so better pia na subscribe button so e dey man na fin so tap on the notification bell on send be ya on so bit maka all the new update to channel is so mo hu ne ko Ghana politics esan so should be say bra ko share video so be like na share them or den twe bia enso efa video hu so be comment section ye be je ni akenkan enso so there so me the end makro bye bye.